Friedrich Nietzsche's The Three Metamorphoses, as outlined in Thus Spoke Zarathustra, describes the evolution of the human spirit in three stages: the camel, the lion, and the child. These stages represent a journey of self-overcoming, where each metamorphosis reveals a deeper layer of personal freedom and meaning. In the first stage, the camel embodies the spirit of obedience and burden-bearing. The camel says, "I will," to life's weighty responsibilities, conforming to societal expectations, traditions, and religious dogmas. This phase mirrors the struggle many face today, feeling burdened by societal pressures to conform to external ideals. Nietzsche speaks to this directly. The heaviest burdens fall upon those who are strong enough to bear them. Yet, while the camel accepts these burdens, it lacks true freedom. The second transformation is the lion, representing the rebellious spirit that says, "I will not." The lion's task is to break free from the chains of external authority, rejecting the "thou shalt" imposed by society and tradition. In modern terms, this can be seen in those who challenge societal norms, rejecting external pressures to conform and seeking to carve their own path. Carl Jung described this as the individuation process, where one must destroy the false selves imposed by others to discover their true inner voice. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious, Jung reminds us. This darkness is the lion's courageous confrontation with authority and internal shadows. However, the lion cannot create new values, it can only destroy. This leads to the final metamorphosis, the child. The child represents innocence, creativity, and the ability to affirm life anew. It is only in this final stage that one can truly say yes to life, free of past constraints. The child embodies Nietzsche's concept of amor fati, the love of fate, where one accepts life fully and joyfully, creating new values from a place of spontaneity and freedom. In today's world, this could reflect the innovators, creators, and those who live authentically, unburdened by societal expectations. Nietzsche's three metamorphoses align with the spiritual journey described in various religious texts. In the Bible, Jesus states, "Unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Matthew 18 verse 3. This mirrors the transition to the child in Nietzsche's philosophy, symbolizing rebirth and pure creation. Jung recognized that Nietzsche's stages reflect a psychological process of transformation, where the ego must dissolve to allow the self to emerge. Jung believed that the lion's destruction of old values is essential, but the creation of new meaning, as embodied by the child, leads to true individuation. It is this journey that unlocks the highest potential of the human spirit. In essence, Nietzsche's metamorphoses teach us that life is a continual process of self-overcoming. From the camel's submission to the lion's rebellion and the child's renewal, each stage represents a step toward true freedom. Only by confronting our inner limitations can we create a life of authenticity and purpose. Thanks for listening.
Nate.